Hello everyone, welcome to the AMC 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. I will be your DM for this afternoon, Stefan Tomaszewski, and joining me will be this group of people. We have Bethany.
Hi.
We have Kyle.
Hello.
We have Sky.
Hey there.
And we have Lena.
Hi.
Welcome. Is there any announcements anyone wants to make before we get started?
With regards to the YouTubes, the last session that we had is now up on there. There was a bit of delays, but other than that, it is now up there and it is readily available for everyone to watch.
Awesome. If that's it then, is everyone ready to start?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get some music on the go. Previously, the party had met in Pale Blank Village and had attended the funeral of Ergon Wenth, a dwarven explorer that had died of a mysterious illness that slowed his movement, lowered his body temperature, and eventually turned him into an ice statue. While attending the service, the party was approached by an elf named Elro, the town leader. Elro had told them about Ergon's expedition into Iselgross and his subsequent demise. With another resident of the village now under the same affliction as Ergon, Elro was concerned for the safety of his village and tasked the party with finding a cause and possibly a cure. Having investigated Ergon's old cabin, interrogated Tugly, another dwarf who had been afflicted with this frigid condition, and had a rather heated discussion in the local tavern afterwards, the party made their way to Croaker Cave, a nearby hideout. While there, the party did battle with two giant ice toads, and in the midst of battle, Poklo, the turtle paladin, accidentally impaled Captain, the Drow sorcerer, with a trident. Now, as the battle rages on and the sound of reinforcements arriving, we resume our story.
Dun dun dun.
So we'll chuck you guys back into the map. And we will resume where we left off. Once I roll a bunch more initiatives.
Of course, because reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I just missed. I wasn't aware that I hit.
No, you rolled on that one and you missed.
Okay.
Pimple charts are fair and balanced.
Oh, absolutely.
To be honest, I thought River was going to be the one to kill us all.
We don't do that here. No.
Okay. So, top of the round. Lots of things happening behind the scenes here. Sorry. Another ice frog shows up. And will attack Poklo. Never mind, it won't. It doesn't have that far a movement. And this one will dash. And you see, running up behind another giant frog, is this elven-looking bandit in sort of leather, brigantine sort of armor, and goes, "Shit, we got intruders!" Celeste, your turn.
First of all, can I cast Cure Wounds on the captain?
Do you have any spell slots left of
I think
first
I have
level?
one.
Let me check.
I think.
How many times did you cast Guiding Bolt last time?
Just the one?
Okay. You can absolutely cast Cure Wounds then.
I will do
Just click Cure Wounds and mark off that spell slot. Alright, Captain, you are stable and you have been healed for 10 hit points.
I was back in max up.
So you sort of kneel down, Celeste, and you put your hands on Captain's body and this healing magic flows out of you. That was your action. Would you like to do anything else? Try and move maybe? Or are you good where you are?
I think I'm good where I am.
Alright, no worries. River, you're up.
Right. So Captain is definitely stabilised now.
Captain is awake and fully recovered. The trident sort of just popped out to the side.
Well, there goes what I was actually planning to do, but okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use climbing speed to climb around this pool of water?
You absolutely can.
Good. So, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to use my cat's talent.
Could you explain for the viewers at home what that does, please?
Certainly, I will in fact do that.
Yes, just so I know what it does as
Nope,
well.
that's not the right one. It's not cat's talent. It is.
It's...
Is it cat? It's a feline agility. There we go.
There we go.
So my reflexes and agility allow me to move with a burst of speed. When I move on my turn in combat, I may double my speed until the end of my turn. But when I use it, I can't use this again until I move at 0 feet on a turn.
So, yeah, you can absolutely bound across the wall and move where you need to, sure.
Sure, so I will bound across the wall over to here.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to yell at Poklo to get out of the water and come next to me. And
Okay.
I want to say, yeah, that's 25 feet, that's in range. Yeah, that is in range of Toll the Dead. So I'm going to Toll the Dead the froggy over here.
Which one, sorry?
The one that's next to Celeste and Captain.
Absolutely. Is that wisdom save?
That is I want to say wisdom save. I will... Yes, wisdom save. And it doesn't deal 5 because it's damaged, it will deal a d12 instead.
It rolled a 3,
Yep.
so...
It takes...
How much damage is that? 8?
It's 8, because it's a d12 instead of a d8.
Okay. So you take out your holy symbol and the doom rings out, and you see the frog's form just sort of and wither for a bit, and it's looking very weak. Its legs are sort of shaking in front of it. Is that all you'd like to do?
That's all I can do.
Okay. This ice frog will just keep running. The one that you were previously fighting that bound away is now running further into the cavern to for its own sake.
Save me.
And this other one will just run away. It's just gonna leave. If Celeste or Captain, if you'd like to use your reaction this turn to make an attack of opportunity, when this creature leaves your attack range, if you'd like to use an attack of opportunity, you can. Yeah, go for it.
Oh shit!
What's up?
And you can roll damage if you want. I wouldn't bother because this thing had
Are the
2 hit.
amazing rolls continuing from last session?
I mean, last session we wasn't successful enough. This session we're already off to a good
I know that
start.
leader specifically kept rolling stupid.
Nothing like below 15.
This thing had 2 hit points left. You just, as it runs past, you sort of stab it in the back, and it just sort of slides forward and out into the snow.
I wanna I assume, does it go past us?
Sorry?
Does it go past us or into the cavern?
It goes past, like, out into the cavern. You get the sense it was...
Because I'm passed out, I wanna slit its stomach open.
Yes,
It's over.
yeah, it jumps over you when you sort of just place your dagger up, and it sort of spills out onto the snow. Doesn't touch you or Celeste, though, so you're okay. Poklo, your turn. What are you doing?
Right, so I can't say this with a straight face at all. I know it's probably not appropriate, but I wouldn't mind having my trident returned to me. I call out as I make my way out of the water, with also a sidelong comment sort of You know I'm not going to be able to see a thing if we get any deeper into this place.
Don't worry, I have an idea of how to help.
Okay. Just so River knows, as River moves into this, Pockler, you can't see this, but there is more cavern back here.
Oh. Does it look like it's a dead end then?
Yes, there is more. Sort of goes this way, but it does look like it opens up. Pockler, what would you like to do?
I mean, I could throw a spear, but I feel I probably wouldn't go well at this point, and it'd be nice to hold on to it for now, so I probably won't do anything.
Okay, no worries. Passing a turn. Captain, you are currently prone.
Okay, I would like to get up with my movement,
Okay, so half your movement to get up.
and then I'm going to cast Dancing Lights.
Okay. Do you want me to give you a token for Dancing Lights?
I
Or
suppose
you just-
that works, and I'm just going to use the 4 bubbles to just light up the whole cavern, so that
Okay.
we can see.
So I'll just say, do you guys have light?
Yeah, just so like Pockler can see what's up.
Yeah, so Pockler, you can see now the cavern, this bandit as well, and you can hear more reinforcements on the way. So that was your action.
I can
Yeah,
see.
I suppose I can't throw the spear over with my bonus action.
No, unfortunately,
Yeah,
you can pick it up.
I'll pick it up.
Pick it up.
It was my turn specifically, wasn't it? I was able to fling it that far anyway, so any attempt would probably just throw it into the water anyway.
Yeet and gone. No, I'll pick it up.
Okay, so you have a trident.
That's all. I'm just gonna stand there and just hold the lights up.
Okay. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And this bandit. Oh, you guys are in range.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
He's gonna hit the drow, not the child. So,
yeah.
Captain,
Fuck yeah!
Captain, does a soft 20 hit?
A soft 20. Hold on, let me double check that because I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm a sorcerer, right? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, that juice misses my 11.
Okay. Oh, that is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh no! What is it hitting me with?
You see in the darkness, about here, a dwarf in similar sort of armor to the elf runs up, points a crossbow and shoots it at you, and it lands sort of in your arm.
It lands in like the exact same spot that the trident landed.
Same hole.
I'm just gonna like sink down like no, not again.
Okay.
God damn it.
Hey. 5, 10. And another bandit shows up. What can this one do?
Hey, shoot the drow.
Put more holes in people.
No, this one's gonna shoot the tabaxi.
Oh.
Is it too late for a tactical retreat?
I'm actually... Hold on. I need to read something real quick.
Warding flare?
Is it within 30 feet is the question. It's...
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yes, I am going to expend a use of Warding Flare
To give them
to
disadvantage.
give them disadvantage, yes.
Okay, we'll an 11 hit.
11 does not hit.
Okay, so you see this other elf turn the corner and fire at you, and you bring out your holy symbol, and just a pulse of light flickers out, and you see the elf go, "Ah, what?" and a bullet goes flying into the cavern wall. Okay, so at the top of the round, Pocklo and River, can you make perception checks for me?
Of course. Let's persuasion.
I'm currently on disadvantage. Should I stay on that?
Yes, because it is an ability check.
Hold on, I've got 1 level of exhaustion, so I also have to roll with disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh man!
So you guys, as you're sort of, you're shivering and you're trying to defend yourselves, you don't hear coming the swarm of bats behind you.
Okay. So we don't hear them coming and it's going to sneak up on us.
It will sneak up on. Who's the person that made the most noise? Pocklo, I think. And they will get advantage on this. Pocklo, does a soft 20 hit? Does it?
I'm not quite sure what that is either.
Okay, it's not a natural 20. It's right. It's to differentiate between a natural 20 and what's not a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay, well my AC is 17.
That does hit then.
How many 20s are we going to get this session?
I blame roll 20, not me. That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage as this swarm of bats sort of flies over you, and loads of little they're all biting into your arms. You're trying to shake them off. And that's their turn.
Got it.
Am I alerted
Giants.
to this attack?
Yeah, you guys now know that they're there.
Son of a...
Right, this frog will move 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. This frog, where are they? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They both sort of hop into the water and start swimming over to Celeste and the captain. This bandit is going to fire at... no. They're going to move up. 1 space over here. And they're going to attack... we'll say... River.
I've already used
With a-
my reaction, therefore I can't react again.
Yep, exactly. There's a 14 hit.
Nope.
Okay. So this scimitar wielding elf sort of runs at you, and you go to throw it down, and you just deftly sort of sidestep out of the way. Celeste,
Hi.
your turn. What do you want to do?
I don't know. How far away is the frog, the one that's closest to me? Is it 10 feet?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I throw a dagger at it?
You can absolutely throw a dagger. Which dagger are you throwing?
Just my regular one, not the magic one.
Okay. Okay. Click dagger for me.
You're saving the dagger +1 for when River tries to kill you, right? If River tries to kill you.
You don't know it's there.
I don't.
Yeah, no.
River doesn't. No.
Okay.
That's Sass move. You don't know it's there.
Will that hit? Oh, that just misses.
I'm not good at this combat thing.
So it sort of bounces off the frog and lands about here. I'm really sorry. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Okay.
She's sad now.
River.
I think it's time. River is going to temporarily step to where Poklo is
Okay.
and is going to cast Burning Hands. It is finally time.
Okay, so that's... Yep, okay, so... this... We'll need to make a dex save.
Yep.
What's your spell save DC?
14.
14, okay, so the elf passes. The ice frog... fails. So roll that damage for me.
8 on a fail, 4 on a success.
There was a first one as well.
Oh, the first one was 13. I didn't see the first one.
We'll take that one.
Yeah.
So, 13 half would be 6. And...
I will mark a spell slot used.
Okay, so you call out to Peril, and this gout of flame bursts out. The elf manages to duck underneath it and sort of only get this shoulder singed, but the frog sort of just takes the brunt of it. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I am going to move myself back to where I was originally,
Okay,
and then end my turn there.
awesome. Which ice frog is this? Okay, this one's going to be out of combat now because they have run away and are hiding. Poklo, your turn.
I'm just having to look through my weapons to decide what. Because technically the best damage would be to use a spear, but I want to go for the bats, and I feel that's an ineffective weapon. Could I attempt to use my guitar on them instead?
On the bats?
Yeah.
Go for it. You're not on disadvantage for attack rolls, because they're different, but that...
Should I change
no, because I'm pretty sure that was a natural 20.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Yeah, so roll that damage, just to see if the crit will come up. It won't, so we'll just add 6 to that. So that's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
So you take out this sort of I guess it'd be like a handle with a blade, like one giant Wolverine blade sticking out of it, and you punch the bat, and you like skewer a good few of them and cut out the rest of them.
More like a swiping motion, but the image of screwing multiple bats on one blade is quite impressive.
It really is.
That's what you get for a nat 20.
And now there are only half of the swarm left. You can see their numbers have diminished quite a bit. Well done.
River is just going to clap.
Like, well done. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
There's nothing else I can do, so it's fine.
Alright, no worries. Captain.
Okay, I don't think there's any point of me throwing the thing back. So I'm just gonna cast... I'm gonna cast Magnifying Gravity... Hold on. What's the reach on that?
10 feet, right?
The range is 60 feet, but the...
Okay. I mean, everyone's within range.
That's enough. Well, 60 feet, so
Yeah,
I can reach those comfortably.
absolutely you can.
Yeah, we'll cast Magnifying Gravity on those two.
Okay, so it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Yes, I'm
Sen-
for you.
Thank you. You can catch the. You can catch everyone.
Yeah. Ideal.
Awesome. Right, how many saving throws do I need to make? Okay. So we'll do the frog first. Why not? So con save.
Yes, concept.
The frog passes. Oh, one sec. This elf bandit, closest to Poklo, fails. Just do this, so they're dead. They're dead.
Hey!
Welcome to Sorcerers, guys. Goddamn DPS.
I love that, but it's a saving throw, so it's always like a little
Okay.
risky.
So this one passes. So that's only 6 points. And the dwarf. The dwarf also passes. So describe what this spell looks like.
Okay, you see her like reach out her hand, and then you see the ground glowing, and it's like really alien lines start to form in like the radius, and then you just see like the gravity like just magnify. It's like a little dome, and you just like see everyone getting pulled down.
Yeah, and as this sort of dome of force expands out, you see the both the elf and the frog, as they look like they're about to turn and run away, and you hear this crunching sound as they are just compacted into the ground.
I believe because this is a first level spell, it also triggers my.
Yes, who would you like to target with that?
The goddamn.
The elf or the dwarf?
The dwarf that
The
fucking shot me.
dwarf. Okay, what does the dwarf need to do?
It doesn't trigger. They're not within 30.
No, okay, no
Oh
worries.
no, I can only do the frog.
The frog's dead anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't trigger.
Okay. Sorry, is there anything else you'd like to do on return?
Can I taunt the dwarf and like
Sure.
don't fuck with us.
Make an
Specifically.
make a charisma check.
But I was just shot in the fucking chest, so. So you get advantage because I did just kill 2 of his friends.
No. You told him, you're like, don't fuck with us, and the dwarf is like resisting against this gravity. He's like, oh, bastards! Ah! Is that your turn, Captain? Would you like to move?
That's all. I'm gonna stand there.
Okay. Ooh. Hey, Okay. So the dwarf is going to.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
No worries. He's gonna try and dash and get to there. And that's the dwarf's turn. And the elf, you can see they both look at each other and go, ah, fuck this. and they're both going to dash and run away out of the cavern. Would either of you like to use your reaction as attack of opportunity, or are you going to let them run away?
No, I would like to attack of opportunity.
Which one? Are you going to attack the...
Rougher.
The elf, actually, the elf moved furthest, so it would be the elf. You'd have to attack the elf.
Okay.
Yeah, because the dwarf isn't out, are they?
No, the dwarf could only get to where the Celeste is. Yeah, that will hit. Absolutely. You deal exactly his health as he goes to run.
Nowhere.
As he runs past, you just stick the knife in and just rip it out the other side of him, and as this guy just sort of and just collapses to the floor.
And I thought I was meant to be the DPS.
I'm just gonna chuckle and I'm gonna stab her again, just for good measure.
Okay.
Must be coming out a little bit.
On the top of the round, swarm of bats. Can I get to... Thank you. Swarm of bats is going to attack Poklo again.
I wonder what.
Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Okay, so the swarm, the fewer numbers you're better able to deal with as you're sort of just fending them off with your katana, just ping, ping, ping. Yes, it seems the less of them there are, the less of a threat they are. And they're going to move 5, 10 feet over here. As they move through your space, Mr. Giant Ice Frog is going to hop up to Captain and... Actually... Yeah, no, it's going to hop up to Captain and bite.
No.
It's a 15 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god, I'm alive!
And if this thing currently has your arm, like the arm you used to cast Magnify Gravity with, it sort of leaps up, bites your arm, and you're now currently grappled.
Oh god.
And you are restrained, currently, by this frog.
Oh boy.
This one, I believe it's the one that was caught in the... Oh, that one's dead, never mind. He's also gone. So Celeste, your turn.
Can I hit the frog that's biting Cap
Absolutely, you can.
with a crossbow?
Yes, you can.
Wait. Oh, isn't that disadvantage because it's within 5 feet?
Not for Celeste.
Oh.
Okay, so roll your attack roll. That I believe will hit. Yes, that hits. So just click in the chat bot window. Just click light crossbow. There we go. Oh. There we go. So you bring out your crossbow and you thunk, and it doesn't get them to let go, I believe. But you do manage to get this thing, sort of nick it in the leg a little bit.
I hit one!
I was like half just like, good job, Hunters!
So like bleeding profusely from the arm.
Dying.
I lift like
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Celeste? Would you like to move or use a bonus action for anything? You can use a bonus action for.
Get that dagger.
You absolutely can use your bonus action to pick up that dagger.
Then I will do that.
Okay, so you sort of slide under the dwarf a little bit and sort of grab the dagger and move back.
Excuse me, scary man. Excuse me.
Celeste, the perfect child.
The most dangerous weapon. And if that's your turn then, Celeste, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. River, you're up.
Okay, so this dwarf is settling my friends, and I don't want to risk hitting the hitting Captain if I target the ice frog. So I'm going to target the dwarf using Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Roll a guiding bolt. That will miss, unfortunately, as you bring up your holy symbol and launch this bolt of energy out. It just goes wide and head sails outside of the cavern.
I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay.
Because
It's okay. The same thing happened to me. It's fine.
Because now that I've moved 0 feet in this turn, I get to
You
use
get your...
feline agility again.
Awesome. Alright, so that's your turn. Poklo, you're up.
Right. Well, given how spectacularly it went last time, I think I'm gonna try for stabbing some bats again.
Go for it. Go for it.
Make one back to norm. Welp.
Let me just check something a second. Yeah, no, that will miss as well. You're swinging your guitar around, but because there's now so few of them, they're actually harder to hit. You're finding it harder to hit them. Oh well. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I literally don't have any other actions I can do on my turn.
You can move if you'd like.
My speed's halved currently because I'm on exhaustion level 2. I would not.
Okay, no worries. Captain, you are currently grappled and restrained.
Well. I'm just gonna try to stab the frog with my dagger.
Okay, so make your attack roll with disadvantage. As this thing has your arm, you're jostling with it. It's kind of hard to get a good stick in. Oh, it is. This thing is like jostling you, and you're trying to stab, but it's your offhand, and you're not used to stabbing with this hand. It's just so much going wrong at the moment.
Had that been a natural one, would you have hit yourself?
Who knows? Is that all you'd like to do on this turn?
Yeah, I'm afraid that's all I can do.
Okay. This dwarf is going to use the disengage action, which means no one can take attacks of opportunity against him as he just runs away. He just runs away.
God damn
You
it!
better run.
He's just he pushes Celeste to one side and just bolts out. And he is now out of combat. On the top of the round, the swarm of bats. They're gonna go for River, I think.
Nope. I'm going to Warding Flare again.
No worries. Does a 16 hit?
On AC.
Okay, so you flare out this damage, and then you realise something. They're bats. They probably don't see.
Well, I tried.
So that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage
Sure.
as they sort of nibble into your arms and your armor. And that's all they're gonna do. Mr. Frog. It's gonna bite Captain again because it's all it can do.
That's fair.
Oh no.
It's fine, don't worry.
Are you sure?
Fine, it's fine.
Because it's a goddamn crit.
Oh!
The
How
dice-
many
that's what-
20s are
the
they
dice-
going?
That's what the dice get.
I'm so bad.
I'm so sorry. Right. Okay. So that's 10 points of damage.
Oh shit, I'm dead. I'm dead.
What were you on? You're on 1 health.
And then
Hmm.
I'm 8 max.
Yeah, that is death.
Shit.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry, Captain.
I'm really sorry.
Don't worry, it happens.
The dice get it. The dice take it away.
Yeah.
Just for curiosity's sake, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? I want to see something.
What's saving throw?
Yeah, low DC. So okay, so you don't lose a limb or anything,
Oh,
but
God.
as this frog like bites down, it hits like a big blood vessel, and you just collapse.
Oh,
I'm really sorry.
it happens. That's what the dice. The like base game.
Like,
It's early for this.
It is. It really is. Oh, God.
they are gone. I'll move on.
Oh God! It's always this is a fucking running joke in my campaigns. Like really early on, people die.
There's a lot about you, though.
I mean, at least you know I took 4 people with me.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have a discussion about that later. Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
Character.
Does this mean I have to make a new profile picture?
Wait, just give it a sec. Okay. That's all the frog can do. Celeste.
Eh.
I have to ask this question. Would this be traumatic for Celeste? Seeing someone
yeah.
die right okay.
Yeah.
Only a murder directly next to her.
Okay. So in that case then, what would you like to do?
I don't think she can do anything. I feel like she'd just, be stunned in the spot.
Okay. Okay. Well, you will be stunned for this round then. River,
Does River notice Captain's death?
make a perception check.
I have to make that with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because of my exhaustion.
Oh, you do. You've seen Captain collapse, and there's a lot of blood around her.
I turn to Pucklow and tell him, watch the bats. Captain's gone. Again, I'm going to use feline agility and climb around.
Okay.
I will end up where Captain was
Mm-hmm.
with this. What can I do as an... I think the best thing that I can do is Toll the Dead on the frog.
Go for it. Wisdom save. That's a 4.
Take 6 damage
Okay.
because it's injured.
So you run up and you slam your holy symbol, and this gong rings out, and the frog again sort of shrinks away from it, and with a slightly you can see like a pulse of veins across it. Is that all you'd like to do?
Yes.
Okay. Poclo.
Well, with a heavy heart, I'm going to try once more to kill the fucking bat.
Okay. Make your attack roll. That will definitely, absolutely hit. Roll damage.
Yeah, I thought quite.
Yeah, 23 will hit, yeah. Okay, so you slice, and you get like a good 3 of these bats, and there's like 2 left.
Well, that's progress.
Is that all you'd like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'd make my way across, but it would only go badly anyway.
Fair enough. Okay, with the swarm of bats' turn. There's like 2 of them left, so they're just gonna fly away deeper into the cavern. Poclo, you can use your reaction to take an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I want to fucking finish.
Absolutely, finish them.
How do I do that? Do I just do?
So it's a regular attack, but it's your reaction. You're just going as they're running away. Yep, that'll hit.
I'm assuming this is all just revenge after what has happened.
Yeah, I'm just letting out anger.
Okay, you can roll damage if you want, but they're on 4 hit points, so
I mean, like, you may as well.
go on then.
You may end up. Oh nope.
So as they as they leave, you sort of cut upwards and you slice them both in half as they go scattering into the cave. Yeah, that's gone now. And they are. Okay. Take those out of initiative. It's the frog's turn, and the frog's gonna attack. Actually, no, the frog's just gonna run away.
Attack of opportunity.
Sure, go for it.
I'm going to attack.
That frog.
I'm going to use my claws. And
God, Captain's luck had to go somewhere, I suppose.
Hi.
Okay, so that's
It's revenge fueled.
yeah, that's
you killed Captain.
So as it runs past you, sort of rake your claw along its underside, as it's sort of bleeding and limping away into the snow. As the room goes still. The light has now faded, the dancing lights have now faded. You see Captain's lifeless body slumped against the cavern wall. What would you like to do?
River is immediately going to turn to Celeste, crouch down, and offer a warm hug, saying, "You alright there, Celeste?"
She just like falls apart in your arms in the tears.
River's just gonna cradle and console Celeste.
Poclo? You gonna do anything?
Yeah, well, I'm going to make my way back over, of course.
Yeah.
Follow
Um,
them.
Yeah. So you wade through the water and you get to the other side.
Crouching over Captain's course, I'd rather quietly take the trident nearby. I refrain from even commenting at this point, simply watching the others quietly.
Okay. As you sit there, consoling each other, watching on, with a heavy heart, we're going to take our break there, I think.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a really good idea. So
We'll be back in a few minutes while we sort this mess out. God. Welcome back to this shit show.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is wonderful entertainment.
So you guys standing on the entrance to this cavern. What would you like to do?
So, I was saying before we were connected, given Celeste's condition right now and what she's seen, it seems it would be more beneficial for us to not stay here any longer. I would be happy to be the one to deal with Captain as well.
I feel that she deserves a better send-off right now.
It's a little too soon, I feel, and probably not the best way to handle it. But you sort of glance at Celeste as I say that.
River nods her head. Well, so far we found out that the water in here is freezing, and our friend has just been killed, so you carry Captain. I'll stay with Celeste.
Actually, I was going to advocate that you two go on ahead and I'll deal with this myself. Don't worry about it.
What do you say, Celeste? Should we go?
I want to leave.
I'm going to very quickly loot Captain.
Gonna loot my own body?
Wow, really?
Wow.
Like,
I said I'd deal with it.
You were going to loot her anyway. Like,
Yes, exactly. You're currently tending to Celeste.
Okay, I won't then. If I'm tending to... Like, I was probably just going to take the coin pouch.
What would your god say?
aren't you all fucking awful?
I'm currently a little tipsy, therefore I'm skewing more towards
Yeah,
neutral.
you're not in a good position right now.
No.
So like,
But yes, if I was sober, then yes, I am lawful. Okay, so River will instead just leave with Celeste.
Okay, so you two turn around and start heading your way back to the village. Poplar, what are you doing with the body?
right, we haven't really decided where I left the Blake, unfortunately, the horse. Well, obviously, I was going to suggest collecting Captain's thing.
Do you want to know what? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I'm not quite sure how easy it'll be to add it to my thing.
Don't worry, it's not a lot. You get 56 gold, 8 silver, 4 copper.
A moment. How much silver and how much copper?
8 silver and 4 copper.
I'm done.
Okay, and then I'll just read out to you what you can get.
Mhm.
I've got 50 feet of silken rope, a lucky charm, as in like a small shiny shell, common clothes, a staff, 5 pieces of soap, you better take those, a burglar's pack, and a dagger.
Would I be able to just take all of it, Stefan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure how easy it'd be for me to type it all up. I'll give that a shot.
You could, if you wanted to write it down separately, you could chuck it in. So just chuck it here.
I've got a notepad.
Oh, okay, you chuck it in Notepad then. Sure.
Yeah.
So, Lena, just read all that off again so that They can-
50 feet of silken rope,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm writing it down. Just keep going.
lucky charm, as in a shell, a set of common clothes, a staff, 5 pieces of soap, a burglar's pack, and a dagger.
Got it. Also, didn't Celeste drop one of her daggers as well?
she picked it back up.
Cool.
Okay. So you sort of bundle all that up in a, and yeah, what do you want to do now?
We're quite far away, aren't we, from like
You're
nearby?
you're probably I don't know, half an hour away.
Right. So I'm probably gonna do.
Hmm.
I'm assuming by the way that my horse is at the nearby town. Is I'm gonna go collect him first to come back, and then put Captain's body on Blake, and then take her to back to town and to find a quiet spot in the surrounding area, specifically because I don't like the idea of burying her next to the place she died.
Okay. So you head off into town, and by the time you get there, Celeste and River are already there. You go. The Blake is your riding horse is tied up. There's a small stables, and they let you put him there. As you go, you collect Blake, and you start to make your way back. Captain,
Yes.
you are currently in this grip of this frog, and then all of a sudden, everything sort of flickers and fades out, and you feel yourself hit the floor, but it's like everything's numb. And everything goes dark, and you start to fall. You feel yourself falling. You fall for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It seems like forever. And as you're falling into this black abyss, you look around and you see stars dot around you. And as you take a closer look, you realize these aren't stars. These are eyes. And they're getting closer towards you. They're all watching you. And you're encompassed by all of these eyes. And then you hear whisperings all around you, like many mouths chittering and chattering as you fall. And then you hear, in amongst this chorus of whispering, you swear you hear, though not in your common tongue, you know that this voice is saying, chaos brings clarity. Destruction begets rebirth. And as these voices coalesce, and they become louder and louder and louder and louder, and it's almost as if the space around you starts to close in, and you see that these eyes aren't floating in space, they're part of a larger mass. And you see all these mouths opening and closing and talking. And the mass they're attached to is this large, skinless mass, writhing mass of eyes and mouths. And it starts to close in on you. And right as you think it's about to close in on you, you snap awake. So, you are on 4 hit points with 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
And you get up, but your body feels a little weird and a little numb. Your throat hurts a little bit. Like on the skin of your neck hurts a little bit, and on the skin of your stomach as well hurts a little bit. Like it's a little tender.
I'm gonna touch it and see what it is.
Okay, so you touch your stomach or your neck first.
Neck first.
Okay, so you reach up and you touch your neck, and there's a parting there, and you feel it, and it feels like a lipless, jagged maw of teeth.
Just on my throat?
On your neck, yes, there is you feel this row of teeth, almost.
Okay, and I'm gonna see what's on my stomach.
Okay, so you lift up your shirt and you look at your stomach, and there is this, where your stomach was, is this larger gape, like mouth, where your stomach is, over where your stomach is, with lots of jagged, pointed, sharp teeth.
Oh god.
And you turn and you look at the palms of your hands, and there you can see more mouths on either of your palms. These jagged, they're closed at the moment, but you can see like a little bit of a parting where you can see the rows of teeth on each palm.
This sounds like something from Parasite.
Kind of. And you notice all of your stuff is missing, and your companions are gone.
I'm just gonna nod, say, yeah, this feels familiar, and I would have probably done the same, but fuck. So the mouths are closed.
They are closed, yeah.
Open every now and then.
You look at them and you think about them opening, and then they open. So just to clarify, you have a mouth on either palm, a mouth over your stomach, and a mouth on your throat.
Okay. Can I fuck, I don't have anything on me. There's still the frog corpse, right?
Yeah?
Can I like try to rip something off and like try to feed it to the mouth in my throat?
So you rip off a frog leg, and you feed it to the mouth in your throat, and it does eat it. You can taste with it as well. It's like having a second mouth there.
Oh no! Does it taste gross?
It's uncooked, so yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it. What? Oh god. Okay. Can I see how long it's been since I've probably died?
Make a nature check. You hazard a guess, it's probably been about just under an hour.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'm just gonna. Well, I don't really know where my companions went. I assume they're gonna probably went further into the cave.
Okay. So you're going to venture further into the cave?
Actually, can I see if can I figure out if do I know where they went?
Make a perception check. You do see faint tracks that lead away from the the cavern, but you also saw other people running out of that door as well.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume they just left me behind and I went further into the cave.
Okay. So, as you explore further into the cave, we'll just move you into sort of about here-ish. As you sort of go further into the cave, you see this area. It is slow dripping water from the ceiling, flows into looks to be a pool in the southwest corner of the cavern, and there's a large bucket with lid slits near the edge of the pool.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of carefully venture further to see what's in the cave and if I can find my companion.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself wherever.
I'm gonna see if there's anything in the pool. I'm gonna cast Shape Water and just like wave it through to make it clear and see if there's anything on the bottom.
You wave through with the shape water. There's nothing on the bottom of this pool. As this is happening, the rest of the party, Reverse, Celeste, and Poclo, you've gathered up your horse, and you're ready to head back. Poclo, are you taking anyone with you?
I just generally say so. Are you doing it? Make sure that Sis is taken care of and is comfortable. I'll make sure everything's sorted, basically.
I'll sort out some food and try and get us healed up. I don't know why I did a deep voice in that. But yeah.
Sam's idea.
Okay, so you two are currently out of the cavern. Poclo, you hop on Blake, your horse, and you start riding down. And you get to the mouth of the cave. And Captain is gone.
Alright, would I be able to identify which direction she might have gone? Also, given the fact that she was bleeding,
Make a survival check.
Am I stats all the same, by the way? So should I roll with disadvantage?
I was going to count that as short rest, but short rest doesn't get rid of exhaustion, so yeah, still disadvantage.
Alright.
There is movement in sort of the pools of blood. You think that it's hard to tell because it looks like some of it goes one way and some of it goes the other way. It's very hard to tell, but she might have gone further into the cabin.
And I can't see a bloody thing.
Don't you have any torches on you?
I don't. No, I don't own any torches.
I should have given you a torch before you
Yeah,
got...
Well, I wasn't exactly expecting to go
Yeah.
exploring.
I wasn't expecting it, no. Hindsight
You
is
have an
2020.
Hang on. You have an explorer's pack, don't you?
I do, yes.
An explorer's pack contains 10 torches and a tinderbox.
Cool. Yeah, no, never mind then. I didn't realise.
Nah, no worries. No one ever looks what's in their explorer's pack until they need it.
I make it a mission to actively write down what is within the pack instead of
should
just
do
putting
that,
explorer's
yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone else,
Mhm.
if you would like to take a short rest, you may. So basically, for those who don't know, on a short rest, if you look at all of your skills, anything that regenerates on a short rest, you get back. You can also, you have your hit dice. You can spend as many as you want, or as many as you have access to. So at this point, you have 1 hit dice, and you can spend that to regain health, if you would like to.
And you regain half of the hit dice after a long rest.
No, all hit dice after a long rest.
All hit dice?
All hit dice after a long rest.
Yeah, the only thing I could do would be use hit dice to restore my health because my left hand's just
Yeah.
a long rest.
I'm actually going to tell Celeste not to heal her because I'm going to take her to one of the temples and I'm going to ask them to, using my, going to the Elvish one, I want to say it was, you said?
Yeah, Corellin, yeah, you can go to the Temple of Corellin, yeah.
Yep, I go to the Temple of Corellin, I explain to them that, hey, we've been injured, can you heal myself and this child up? I'm more than happy to pay any materialistic costs.
Yeah, you can do that, absolutely, and that will count towards your short rest. Poklo, if you want to spend your hit dice, just
Right.
click hit dice and then mark off the one that you've spent. Okay. So you get 7. Yes.
Cool. All done. Right. I'm gonna leave Blake at the mouth of the cave and to torch and begin to make my way inside.
Okay. So you hop off Blake. You sort of, you don't really tie him down, but you know he probably won't go anywhere.
Yeah, I know
He's a good.
that
He's, yeah.
he's reliable and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, especially with the water, Sasha, it wouldn't be a good idea
Yeah.
to try and.
Yeah. So you light your torch. It gives light down to about 20 feet, so you can see no problem. You sort of wade your way through the water, holding the torch up above it to not douse it.
Mm-hmm. Once I've reached the split in the path, would I be able to try to check again to try and see if I can work out which way?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Nope.
Nah, it's dark in here, man. Like even with the torch, like
Yeah.
you can only really see like about this far before it starts to dim.
Since I have no idea, I'm gonna go to the left to see anything that way.
Okay.
Heading back towards the bats.
Okay. So you walk down this way. So this is what you see. You just see more tunnel.
Yeah, in which case I'll just keep following along, just quietly as well, because I don't want to make any noise to alert anyone if there's anybody else.
Make a stealth check. You're trying to walk through quietly, but you're still a bit winded, and you're breathing heavily, and that's sort of slightly reverberating. Captain, you can hear heavy breathing reverberating off of the walls coming from this direction.
I'm gonna hide here. Hold on. There.
Okay. So press yourself up against the cave wall. Okay, make a stealth check. You have a level of exhaustion, so that would be a disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll just roll again.
Yeah, just roll again. Okay. So you do smack against the wall a bit, but you manage to still yourself for long enough. Yeah, so Poklo, you still make your way further down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you move down and you see what looks to be a little bit of a campsite. Walking through that cavern, by the way, there was lots and lots of bat guano, but you were careful enough not to slip in any of it. So you see on the floor in this room, there's 10 empty bedrolls arranged in a circle around a cold fire pit that in the center of this cavern. Chicken bones, empty wine and spirit bottles, and other food waste litters the entire floor.
I carefully approach the fire pit.
Okay, you can see like the two dead bats as well. You can see that you killed.
Would it be
Around
possible
here.
to light it, by the way?
You can light it, absolutely. It's not wet, so you do light the fire, and you say that all this lights up. There we go. All that lights up. Captain, you do hear someone walk over. It's sort of in this sort of direction, and then you hear someone light a fire, like a big fire. You can hear the crackling of fire.
I wanna sneak quietly around.
Okay, make another stealth check. Okay, you make your way quietly around. On the other side, I know. Oh well. You still manage to sneak around carefully enough.
I'd like to just ready Ray of Frost and then peek around the corner to see who it is.
Okay, so you peek around the corner with this cold energy in hand. You peek around the corner and you see Poklo just sort of taking a torch out of this campfire.
Okay. I'm going to use my sorcerer ability,
Mm-hmm.
Voices Beyond,
Okay.
and just telepathically speak to him. Just into
Is that
his mind,
telepathic?
say- yes. I'll ping it. You're able to speak
Okay.
directly into minds of
Okay, alright. So, what do you say?
I was like, I'm sorry. This is me, the captain. I didn't mean to scare you, but please don't attack me when I step out now.
Okay. Poklo, you hear this. You know it's the captain, but she's speaking in a strange alien language. But you somehow understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know you don't know the language, but you understand the ideas and the concepts that are being presented.
I understand. Would I be able to identify the direction?
This is in your mind,
Sorry,
I think.
not then, yeah.
Yeah.
Since I'm still facing the fire, I just quietly go, alright, I won't do anything. As I slowly turn around to all the different tunnels because I'm not quite sure where she's going to emerge.
I'm just gonna step out.
Okay, so you see the captain with a few notable additions.
I'd like to keep all the mouths shut, and I will close my collar and everything.
Okay.
Keep my hands closed so you can't see it.
Okay, I'd say with enough effort you could close them.
Yeah, I'm walking it in my head. I'm like.
The neck one is going to be really hard to cover up, though.
I mean, I have a collar, and I'm just gonna close it, and it's a high collar from the shirt I'm wearing.
Okay. So yeah, so you see the captain, high collar. Yeah, alive and well.
a little dumbfounded. I just sort of kind of go, well, I had returned to bury, so this is definitely an improvement.
What? Why would you bury me?
Well, you died.
That's bullshit. I'm alive. I'm right here.
Perhaps, but that's not what the rest of us saw.
Well, I'm alive and well, am I?
I was gonna say, I haven't used it for some question. I do have my herbalist kit. Would I be able to use that at all to check over her condition?
You could make a medicine check to sort of gauge her condition, sure.
Yes, I would quite like to do that.
Okay, yeah, sure, make a medicine check.
That's gonna do nothing.
You saw her using magic. Magic stuff. She was speaking in your head as well. So, best you can assume, weird magic stuff. But she looks fine. Like,
Yeah,
Don't question the magic stuff.
we with the ability of my own two eyes,
yeah, like,
I can identify that she is currently standing there before.
oh, absolutely. Yep, she's here. Nothing more to read into there.
I would like to apologise as I did take your things, presuming you're dead, so I should at least return them to you, and we should try to make our way back to the others who, well, are currently in mourning, to put it simply.
Oh well, I appreciate it, and I probably would have done the same thing, honestly. Not because I'm a bad person, but that's just the sensible thing to do.
It was nothing personal at all. It was simply a matter of making the process of taking your body back easy.
Yeah, no. I mean, there wasn't much on me.
So yeah, obviously I just return all of Captain's things, including her.
Thank you. Do you return my gold too?
Yeah, obviously I'm gonna have to recalculate it, but yeah.
You could just keep the silver and copper.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
keep the silver copper,
I
I
could
don't
just
mind.
return the gold then. How much was it?
56, I think.
Right, cool.
Okay. As you're sort of exchanging, returning Captain's equipment, you both hear this low, deep croak coming from sort of the northeastern direction, so this direction. But
You know what? I hate that. I think we should leave.
It's not, yeah, it wouldn't be wise for us to try and deal with this by ourselves, yes. Let's get out of here.
Hold on, actually, can I look around real quick to see? Because we were here for a purpose.
Yeah,
I think we were trying to talk to the sister, right?
yeah.
Ah shit, no, we were gonna get the cursed things. Can I see if I see them anywhere?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, okay.
Would everyone else try and do the same?
You can assist each other and give one person advantage, but because you have disadvantage, it would. You could give one person just a flat roll.
Shit,
Oh, yeah, I'll do that for Captain.
Okay.
Do you
Captain?
want to investigate and I'll help you?
Yours, well, who would
I'm not great in investigating.
I'm okay at it.
Yeah, then I think you should lead the investigation.
Okay, so Poklo, make just a regular investigation check. Ooh, that's really good. So, looking. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. I was just coming here nice to roll something good for once.
So, looking around, in one of the bedrolls, there's an unopened bottle of Bald Dwarf whiskey. So you can write that down. But apart from that, you see that one of the bedrolls actually covers up a 10-foot deep pit trap. It covers like just a hole in the ground, as 10 feet deep.
Can I go to examine the pit trap then?
Yeah, the pit is just a pit. Looks to have been something to just, somebody steps on it, whoop, and they fall down into a pit. Apart from that, there's nothing else here. But you do know, I'm going to say with that higher roll, there's more to this cave, and what you're looking for might be further on in this cave.
Would it be looking to Captain, I would say, would it be worth us cautiously seeing if we can explore further?
I think that's the sensible thing to do.
Let's give it a try then.
Okay, so you both walk forward, and as you do, move that. You see in front of you, Captain. You see this first because of your dark vision, but you see. Let's get my notes out. Sorry. Water dripping down from stalactites in the ceiling, and they're falling into a dark pool that completely covers the floor. And you can see that there's a sort of a lip on the other side to more cavern.
Okay, can you see anything? No, right?
Not that much, no.
Okay, well, let me help you there. And I'm gonna cast Dancing Light right here. Hold on, I'll draw it for you.
Okay.
As like one single ball, and I'm just gonna let it hover over there.
Okay. With that, I'm going to say make a perception check. Both of you.
I should go back to disadvantage, shouldn't I?
Yeah, back to disadvantage, yeah. So as Captain conjures these small globules of glowing light in this area.
Yeah, that's dark.
Poklo is just as blind as a bat.
I'm just flip-flopping between cannot do a bloody thing and...
Saviour.
You never know. No, this seems to be... it just seems to be an empty pool of water.
Oh, wow. Looks like it's just an empty pool of water. We should definitely check it out.
Yes, indeed. We've come this far, so I'll see how far it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure that definitely that like loud growl that we heard earlier has nothing to do with the water that we had previously frogs in. I'm so
There's no way this will end badly.
Yeah, I mean, let me just double check, because I do not want to walk through the cold water, so I'm gonna cast Shape Water.
Okay.
And just like push the water away, so it's like one, like Moses, but I'm just gonna rake it through first.
Okay, so you rake it through, and you see in the middle of this whole thing, you barely glimpse a giant toad. I'm going to see if it notices you.
Contrary to popular beliefs, we did make a mistake here, so fuck.
as you part the waves, this ripple parting, the frog sort of bobs up and sort of just looks at you. As it just floats there in the water.
It looks clever enough, so I'm gonna speak into its head.
Okay.
And say, sorry about that. Would you mind if we pass?
You make a nature check for me real quick.
That's awful.
You get the sense that this is a giant toad. It probably can't even understand languages.
It just needs to be intelligent.
Yeah, you get the sense that this thing is not smart.
Okay, hold on.
Poplar, would you like to try anything?
I'm not quite sure there's anything I really can do. You know, aside from probably just throwing something at it.
Maybe don't throw anything at it.
Yeah, probably not right now.
Probably sounds like a bad idea.
But there's not going to be any way for us to try and get across without, you know, it being an issue.
Yeah, I don't... Can I see if I can move the dancing lights so that Frog focuses on that? And, like, lure him with...
Make an animal handling check.
Oh my god, oh these fucking animal things. Where's Talia when you need her? Oh shit, you couldn't do that either.
You sound like you would have needed River instead, because I could just speak with it and...
That is inappropriate. I'm like, fuck!
So you're tired, like you feel like you woke up in the middle of sleep, and you're still like a little out of it, and you think you're moving it really slowly. You're just darting this ball of light around, and the frog just isn't taking to it.
I say we run and just come back later.
It sort of looks at you, croaks really loudly, and then just dips back in the water.
Okay, we can deal with this another time. I doubt it's going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
But yeah, I guess we just leave then in that case.
Okay, you turn around and you leave, making your way back to town. Meanwhile, Celeste and River.
So we've both just been healed at fully by the temple. Is there any costs that I need to pay?
I didn't roll any healing for you at all. So 1 second. You make your way back into town, and I'll just turn that down a bit. You make your way to the Temple of Corellon, the Arcart. It's this. It's ornate in a way, but simple. It's very artistically designed, and you walk in, and there's lots of murals and pottery. You can see a few of the priests simply painting and drawing. Some of them are dancing. And one of the priests comes up to you, elven woman, wearing sort of a blue-ish, is it blue? No, it's sort of like green and silver robes, and walks up to you and goes, yes, hello, how can I help you?
Yes, me and my friend here, we are currently feeling, well, we just been injured, and I would appreciate it if you guys could heal us.
Yes, yes, you do look a little banged up. Well, we can certainly have you in for some healing. Come. And she leads you in to sort of a side little room. You can tell that these people here are focused more on the arts than that of any kind of medicine. But they've got a little side set aside for healing. So it's like a small room with like a few beds on it, and you both lie down, and we'll get to healing you.
Thank you.
So let me just find the details of this a second. Oh, come on. Here we go. Cure wounds. So I will roll your health. See how much you heal. That's... So River, you heal for 10.
Okay, I'm at max HP now.
And Celeste, you heal for 8 hit points.
Yay! That's my entire hit points.
And the priest who's healing you goes, well, considering you are one of the faith, we will we'll offer this service for free. We don't want people going around bleeding out now, do we?
No, I mean, thank you for healing us, and...
No worries. Please, do sit here for a little moment, though, and try not to... just sit here and rest for a moment.
Of course.
So, you sit and you rest for about half an hour or so. And as you sort of get up, you go to leave. You thank the priest, and she says, "Oh, anytime, please come by. Although we worship different gods, any worship is welcomed out here." And as you both leave, you see coming back into town on horseback, Poklo, and riding on back of the horse, poking behind Poklo's shell, is Captain. Captain, you are now acquainted with Blake the horse. Poklo's riding horse.
Myself.
Yeah. He's a good horse. He's a very, very good horse. And we'll just change that map over. There we go. Here we go. And you Poklo and Captain, you see coming out of this very artistically designed temple comes Celeste and River.
I'm gonna heavily think about all my mouths keeping shut
Okay.
the whole time.
Okay.
You don't want to scare us, do you?
I'm mildly terrified of them myself, and I feel like the moment I give 2 to 3 lawful people next to a temple, I'm like, look at my new mouths! People will just murk me in the street.
So I'm just gently pulling up to Era and Celeste, and in like the calmest tone I possibly can, I say, it does appear that Captain is in a better condition than what we left her in.
So, to put it bluntly, she didn't die, even though we saw her collapse and die.
We're currently unsure what exactly happened.
I just took a nap.
Can I have a look over Captain?
Sure, make a medicine check.
I still have disadvantage because,
Yep.
of course, we do.
Yeah. Exhaustion goes away in a long rest, not a short rest.
11.
From what you can tell, it looks like some of the wounds have been healed over, like there's a little bit of scarring, and that's all you can really tell.
I'm going to ritual detect magic to see if any of these wounds were healed magically or not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just like I see him do weird shit. I'm like, listen, if you cast some shit on me, I will kill you right here in the streets. I'm fine, okay? Just leave me alone.
You'll-
You need that.
I was gonna say about that, like, I don't know how to use it, but I'm kind of tempted to use my divine sense actually.
Oh, well, fucking go for it.
Okay.
You can
Could you
just
click?
do that, but I
Yeah.
don't want to see you checking me out.
What it says that I open my awareness to the
Yeah. So yeah, could you just click that for me, or just tell me what it does? Thank you. Okay, so you open your senses, and you sense around. Captain, there's no noxious odor about Captain that you can detect.
Fair enough, then obviously I won't have any comment on those lines other than we can presume that she is fine if she is currently speaking and with us right now.
Riven will cancel her ritual.
Okay.
Well, that's good enough for me. Why don't we get some food and discuss what's happened and what we should do next?
Yeah, I've got very cold hands, you know, from all the water and stuff, because I also did just take a very long nap. I'm just gonna buy some gloves.
Sounds like a good idea. We don't want you getting hypothermia.
No, so I'll just join you in the tavern in a minute.
You could always have a warm bath. To be honest, I would suggest that for many of us as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll just, you know, just in case for next time.
Fair enough.
Okay. So the rest of you go to the Jolly Dwarf and pick out a table. Captain, you want to buy some clothes? Yes, you want to buy some gloves.
Just some gloves and something to put around my neck.
Yeah,
So
a
scarf.
scarf.
Yeah, not kind of biscuit.
Okay. So the gloves, you can buy a pair of leather gloves for 5 silver,
Perfect.
and the scarf will save.
Like something fancy. Maybe not like a regular ass scarf, or something that I can just wrap around my
Well, this is a fishing village, so
Oh, okay, you know what? Hungry.
you can get a sort of a burgundy wool scarf knitted by a really old like wood elf woman for about 4 silver.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'll give her 5 silver.
Okay, she goes, yes, thank you, dearie. And she hands you this. It's this long, like, very nice burgundy scarf.
Very nice. It's actually freezing outside, so that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it is good. So, for the purposes of this, you have quote-unquote winter clothing, kind of.
Yeah.
Probably what? Yeah. Probably wouldn't recommend going wandering though.
No. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna put that all on, and
Okay.
then just go back to the others.
Okay, so you head back to the tavern. The rest of you in the tavern. So you walk into the Jolly Dwarf. Ari, the dwarven bartender, greets you as like, "Oh, hello there. Still got your rooms. Don't worry about that. Arlo said it's on the house since you're helping him out, so don't worry about that. However, you still have to pay for the food and such."
Mm-hmm.
All right. This way, and it's a little busy. You know, it's probably about midday at this point. So there's a few people in for lunch and everything. Some of the day drinkers, but you managed to find a booth, like a corner booth, and just sit and relax. What do you guys want for food? What do you guys want to eat?
Something warm and filling, probably.
Yeah, I'll take some stew.
Yeah. So Ari presents you all with hearty dwarven beef stew. It's a bit thicker than regular stew, and it's more akin to like a slightly like corned beef stew. But there's lots of like earthy, hearty vegetables in there, like carrots. There's like boiled potatoes in there, and it's served with a you get served like to share a loaf of bread, and it's very warm. It's very filling, and it takes you a good while to eat it as well. But it is nice. I'm going to say for all of that, for each of you, that'll cost about 2 gold. Like in total?
Oh,
No, in total.
In
Yeah.
total.
I'll pay.
I'll
Like,
pay.
it's on me. It's on me.
I'll pay.
I'm not going to argue. I did buy our dinner last time and drinks.
So, Buckley, do you want to get it or should I? We can also split it.
Split it then.
Okay. Well,
So
you
the
know,
gold-
it's you could have done it on me and me not dying.
Okay. If you're going to be the lower, then yes, I will pay.
No, I mean, we can.
No,
you know what?
I
I'll pay next
insist.
time.
There's a glare. I insist.
Okay. I'll get it next time.
Could I also inquire about us being able to have warm baths and such, considering I can.
Ari goes, there's a bathhouse around back. If you want to rate that for an hour or two,
It would probably be appropriate.
it's about 3 gold for an hour. So just a heads up.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we can have that. If you let me know relatively soon, so that I can have the hot water prepared and then sorted out. So when you go in there, you're not waiting.
Fair enough. How does anyone else feel about that sort of thing?
River is going to be shaking her head. She has developed a small fear of water after the ordeal.
How would you propose you warm up then?
Well, I mean, good food, good alcohol, good times.
I forgot I was going to try and destroy the dwarf whiskey on the way out. Fair enough. Well, I, at the very least, would appreciate.
I'm not so comfortable with like being naked around
We
people.
can go separately. I wasn't going to advocate doing it as a group.
Okay. Yeah. I'll join you. Well, I won't join you, but you know, I'll. Yes.
That's best as well, you know. So gently, what about you?
You talking to Celeste, yeah?
Yeah, I was talking to Celeste. Yeah.
Is Bethany, you still there, yeah?
Oh yeah, I just didn't hear anyone speak.
Okay, yeah, you've been asked if you want to go into the bathhouse. Have a bath, essentially, in the bathhouse.
Right, I want to say no, because Celeste is just like so tunnel vision focused on the captain, and she's like taking opportunity to just poke her in random places.
I see Celeste has at least recovered slightly from the ordeal.
Yeah, I'll suggest that the water's prepared, and I'll go first as well. Given this way people are acting.
All right. So how many hours do you want to pay for?
Well, how long will be appropriate for if we're going, if Captain and I are going separate?
Separately would probably be pay for an hour each.
Fair enough. And I'm just gonna advocate for I'll pay for it anyway. It's fine. So I'll pay the $6.
Yep, 6 gold. Here you go.
While you guys are having your baths, I would like to send a letter. I feel some assistance with this may be a good idea. And so River is going to get up and she's going to ask the bartender, is there a post office nearby? I wish to send a letter.
As you ask that, one of the other dwarves on another table just goes, "Post office! What do you think this is? Fucking Rexing, chump!" And Ari goes, "Oh, don't fucking mind him. Like, we don't really do post office out here. We can get a courier to get your letter to wherever you need to go. What do you need to take him to?"
It needs to be taken to Tevonfield, namely the Pelor Temple.
Right. That might cost a little bit. Just so you're aware.
That is fine by me.
Okay, I just need to look up how much a courier is going to cost. Okay, right, so that's 2 copper per mile. I gotta figure out how far it is from Pale Blank Village to Tallfield. Right, get my map out. My ruler, where's my ruler?
Sorry.
Oh, God. It's fine, don't worry. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. Right. Okay. So we'll say that's...
That's the punishment you get for murking one of your players. Second session.
I will blame.
Okay,
That was not a cheap sounding sigh.
right, okay. I gotta do some maths here a second. Okay.
You have 2 mathematicians in the call if you want to.
Right, okay. So on a ruler, I'm measuring this out. On this map I have here, 200 miles is 5 centimeters. On this map, it is from Allfield to Pale Blank is 25 centimeters.
So 1,000 miles.
Okay. So what is? So that's 2,000
Times 2.
copper. Wait,
that's
Kyle, did you say 1,000 or 2,000?
1,000.
1,000. So that's 2,000 copper.
Which is 20 gold.
Yeah, it'll be 20 gold to send a lighter that far.
I'm going to. River will just sigh and think for a moment.
Okay.
Can I pay half in cash and half in a bottle of Elvish wine that I've got on me?
You say Elvish wine and a you see a what looks to be. You think they're a dark elf, but their skin is a bit paler, a bit pinker, and their ears aren't as long. Sort of a young lad runs up and goes, I can deliver. I'm good at running. I got good legs, and I know my way around. How far are you going?
Tipperfield.
Allfield. Oh, that's gonna take a while to get there. You're looking at about 20 gold, and let's see, 5 miles a day. That you're looking at about a month, if that, for a reply. Probably 2 months.
This feels incredibly not worth it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going to help. Thank you very much, nonetheless.
Well, no problem. If you need a messenger, I'm here. And he sort of picks up like a satchel bag and runs out the tavern.
River
Seeming like he had deliveries to make.
Yeah. River sighs and then heads back to the table, leaning back in her seat. Well, there goes that plan. I was going to ask if some of the other priests from my temple could come up and help care for anyone who is sick and suffering.
I think we're pretty good at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, and plus the Elven Temple, whilst it looks a lot more artsy, they are happy to heal, so...
Pokes Captain.
Every time she pokes me, I wince. Like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, Celeste, would you mind not poking me? You know, I'm still here and I'm still alive, but this is making me very nervous.
I just don't get it. I saw you die.
Sometimes I just take long naps.
In blood?
It's not the first time.
There was a substantial amount of blood. It was not just a nap. I did check the condition
I'm here,
of your body.
I'm here. I'm living. You can see me.
I'm not
eat,
denying your
breathe.
current condition. I'm merely stating a fact that does not necessarily contradict. Just that there was a period where you were deceased.
Listen, I don't know what went on. I was just dreaming and falling. You know, I don't do this every day. You know.
No, most people don't.
People don't just die and then revive every day.
Well, looks like I was lucky.
too lucky. And River says that just under her breath.
Did you say something?
It was nothing.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but please just treat me like I was before. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. It's just one thing that happened, and I'm sure it'll not happen again, because I think next time, I don't think I'll just wait.
That's fair, but you can understand that we'll still want to know exactly what transpired.
Listen, if I could give you answers, I'd give them to you.
Well,
But I don't have any answers. Nothing.
to put it
Everything's
mildly,
the same.
I wouldn't claim that, considering that there is still the psychological damage the entire event entails, as I'm sure Celeste could attest.
I'm fine. I just took a nap, from my knowledge. There's definitely nothing disturbing going on. This is fine, okay? It just happened. I can literally shoot magic out of my hands. It's not so weird. Like, you're literally... look around you. This is not the weirdest thing that has ever happened.
It's still up there.
It's the weirdest thing for me. I don't think I've seen anything weirder than someone die, bleeding out, and then revived, mere hours later. Even some of the...
All of you should believe in this. You literally believe in gods that can send miracles from the sky. Maybe a god just saw me and was like, it's not our time yet. I'm definitely sure that a god was like, this is it, good stuff.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. So you look like someone who you know. I'm sure you believe in miracles. Everyone believes in miracles.
I've
This is a
seen
miracle.
many things on my travels. This is not one of them.
Well, you're welcome. There's always a first for some things. Just another tick on the checklist. I promise you, there's definitely nothing weird going on.
If you say you're okay, I believe you. I'm just annoyed, that's all. I cried for you. Do you know, I don't cry very often.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
so that's
appreciate
what we
it.
meant.
I would have probably cried for you too.
River just calls over the bartender.
Probably there.
River just calls over the bartender and asks for some ale.
Hey, no worries. 4 copper.
Hands a silver over and just hands over a silver.
All right. So you get some change.
Mhm.
Like that. Yep.
So to just not talk about me for a second, because I think we've talked enough about me. Poklo, you said you traveled a lot.
Yes, I've been a hermit for most of my life.
Have you ever been to... Oh, hold on. Have you ever been to the Menagerie Coast?
That's where River's from, isn't it? If I check my bio.
Yep.
You're talking about where I'm from, aren't you?
It's my homeland as well, in fact.
Wait, no.
No, I'm not Menagerie Coast. I'm Valley.
You're from the Marrow Valley.
Yeah.
So
I'm from Menagerie Coast, yeah.
yeah, and so Celeste.
Am I the only one out of the party who isn't from Menagerie Coast?
No,
I'm not from the Menagerie.
Flora.
Yes, anyway, to answer
So, yes.
Captain question, yes, I am quite familiar with that.
It's been a while since I've been there, that's why I was interested.
Fair enough.
I used to live there, but due to some events, I left.
Understandable. I left on some
do miss it sometimes. It's nice down there.
It is indeed. It's rather peaceful.
Yeah, that's how I remember it too. Definitely. Peaceful. Alright, so what's your plan of operations now? Since, we didn't really find what we were searching on the Cape.
Well, there wasn't that much further for us to go, so once we're all recovered, it would be a good idea for us to return and see if we can finish looking through the...
I second that idea. I would like us to get to the bottom of this since we already started, even though I don't agree with the actions we've taken. Regardless, once we know a bit more, I feel we should try and take care of those who are already sick.
You mean like killing them, or just figuring out how to cure them?
Figuring out how to cure them. I told you guys I don't kill unless it's a last resort.
Yeah, I'm joking. Things for like not burning me alive when I was dead, I suppose.
Don't believe me, it came up.
Yeah.
You
That
deserved
doesn't surprise me.
You deserved a proper send-off.
Why do you think I do? I mean, you really don't know anything about me.
It's unimportant. You're still someone that we are working alongside, so you're still, important to us.
You know what? That's like one of the nicest things someone said to me. But yeah, is it time to bathe yet? Because I'm
Yes,
freezing.
no, I was going to just because I was going to go first, but if you wish, you may go.
Oh no, be my guest.
Fair enough. I was going to get off with the goal that I would probably spend the entire period bathing. Still, my mind fully preoccupied with quite what happened to Captain in the period when we weren't present.
So you get up, you head out back. It's around the back of the building. You walk in, it's this sort of like an extension, like wood log cabin. Is separate changing rooms. You can leave your stuff, and there's this long round bath, and it's steaming with hot water. As you step in, the warmth just melts away all the cold of outside, and you sink into it. And it is very relaxing. It's very soothing, especially
exactly
after.
what I need after all of that. Yeah.
It is what you need after all that. And as you sit there, 20 minutes go by, and you hear footsteps, like approach from behind you.
Turn my head. Curious.
So you turn your head. You see a figure in a long black coat with a split up the side like a duster coat almost. Long sleeves, black leather gloves, black boots, with a hood up obscuring the face. You recognize this coat, Bucklow. And they turn down to you and they say, "Relaxing, are we?"
Yes. It's been a long day. Why are you here?
Fascinating. Last time I heard, you were chasing us down.
I still very much intend to.
Well, you should get all the rest you can.
Duly noted.
Have a good bath and try not to trip on the way out. And this figure, before this figure appears a shadowy doorway, and they step through it, and the doorway disappears. And you are left alone for the remainder of your hour. Before one of the barmaids comes in, elven woman goes, "Excuse me, sir. Your hour is up, I'm afraid."
Alright, so I just quietly get out of the bath and make my way out.
Okay. You get out of the bath, you dry yourself off. You walk over to your belongings, and there's a piece of parchment sticking out of one of your bags.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I retrieve the parchment and examine.
Okay. It reads simply, "We are watching you."
Wonderful. Is there a fire for me to discreetly dispose of the part?
There's torches lit around, yeah.
Yeah, I'll burn it.
Okay, so you discreetly burn this piece of paper, get up your things, and as you leave, Captain is there, ready and waiting to hop into the bath.
It is all yours, Captain. Feel free.
Thank you.
As you walk in, the hot water is being changed to keep it fresh. As you sort of get changed and walk in, it is empty, and there's this steaming bath before you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get undressed, and I'm gonna pull my clothes aside, and then I'm gonna think about the mouse being shot when I go into the water,
Okay.
so I don't eat the fucking.
One thing that you have noticed during this time, you don't breathe out of any of these mouths, unless you want to.
Okay, guess that's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the bath, and I'm gonna figure out how these mouths work, what
Okay.
they can do.
You're not really sure. It's like you can open and close them. You can taste out of them, but you think that with practice you could probably get them to speak.
Oh god, okay. My god, these things
especially-
are so terrifying.
Yeah, especially the one on the neck.
Also, it's really unnerving.
It is, it's, oh my god, can I, okay, right, so the one on my neck, is it on my throat, on my, back?
It's sort of on the base of the throat.
Okay, so
Crop
it's
diet.
like, okay, I'm gonna do some little testing if I can smile and tell them to smile too, like how in sync I can get them.
It takes a bit of time. You're trying to sync it up, but you do eventually get it to the point where you can move it sort of on its own. It's like learning to move your nostrils or your ears separately. It's kind of that sensation.
I hate it.
I think one benefit though is that you could hold your hand up and breathe through that hand, and you could just go
I
scuba
love
diving
the whole
slightly.
concept, but it's so terrifying. It's so
Maybe
it's making me so uncomfortable and I don't even have it.
I don't know.
So yeah, it's getting them to talk is a little difficult, but like they can, if you with enough practice, like you're going to have to practice this a bit more. You could get them to make sounds, probably.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna just see that I can. I'll just go to practice that they stay shut until I tell them to open it.
Okay, so you get them to stay shut, and when they're shut, you get it to the point where it's almost the one on the neck's a little difficult because of the shape of the neck, but the one on the stomach and the one on your hands, you can get it to the point where it just looks like a really weird scar.
Okay, that's ideal. But yeah, I'll just make sure I wear the gloves all the time and the scarf.
Okay.
Actually, well, when I get dressed, do they have tongues?
The one on your hands, no. The one on your neck does. The one on your stomach, I'll say no.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That's
So you,
fine.
so you can't lick things with your hand,
I
no.
was gonna say, like, what if I didn't think about it and then the tongue licks the inside of the glove? That'd be so gross.
Who knows? Who knows what will happen if maybe your powers grow? Who knows? So yeah, you finish up your bath, your weird ass bath. You get dressed, and at this point, it's probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can spend the rest of the day just relaxing.
As much as you can, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, then you guys spend the rest of the day relaxing, having a bit of food, chatting, and I'll say you guys can then go to bed if you want afterwards, and just wake up in the morning and deal with whatever the morning brings.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. And as you sort of take to the day and start relaxing after a very intense morning, we are going to end the session there.
Okay. Shall we do our long rest stuff now?
Sure. So everything regenerates, all your hit dice come back, all your spell slots come back, all of your uses of things come back as well, if they have uses, and any exhaustion level you have is reduced by 1.
Awesome.
Hey.
So now Potclo is only on 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
We'll just take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's do XP, guys.
Yay! And I'm going to bring
Yay.
over my character sheet so that the people can see the changes as well on that.
Okay. So, you will gain 100 XP.
Yep.
And let's see what things did you defeat today?
We defeated a lot of things.
Lots and lots of things. Let's see. I'm not going to count that one. There was...
If I remember correctly, we killed 2 elves.
You get 275 XP.
275.
Is it separate to the initial 100?
Yeah, separate to the initial 100 because this is for defeating enemies.
So we should be on 600.
Yeah, we got 600.
Okay. You did not complete any short-term goals this session.
Nope.
And now, characters gain experience points equal to the level times 25 if they met any of the following conditions during the session. And no one attuned to a new magic item, as far as I'm aware.
Nope.
No.
A character invoked their bond, flaw, or ideal to make a meaningful impact during gameplay.
Well, I suppose I did communicate with the thing that gives me my powers.
I'm going to say no on that one.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Character developed a new or existing relationship in a meaningful way with PC or player character or NPC. What do you guys feel about that one?
I'm going to say... I can't think of anything River did that did that.
Anyone else?
I'm not sure other than like a general animosity towards Captain and with the uncertainty of what's going on.
we'll say. I think we'll say no on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Character discovered a piece of interesting, useful, and/or secret lore about the world or an NPC. Not really.
Unless you count that it's going to cost 20 gold and take about a month for Pelor to chem assist.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on that one.
Yeah.
A character used a skill or spell to solve a problem in an interesting or meaningful way.
Really say so?
Yeah,
I mean,
probably not.
I mean, you could say that Captain trying to use the light ball to distract the frog.
It worked though.
It was not very successful.
It didn't work, no.
Like both of in this session anyway.
Yeah. We'll say a no on that one then. The party undertook a perilous journey that took time to complete. Not yet. A character failed a significant role that resulted in wasted resources, a negative relationship with an NPC, an injury, or some other major drawback.
I feel like we could check that one off.
Death?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Yeah, so you guys get another 25 XP.
Okay.
And a character took actions that made a major impact in the world or local area for better or worse. Probably not.
Probably not, no.
Okay, so what XP are you guys all on?
625.
Okay, so you guys are now level 2.
Awesome.
And we'll level you guys up off screen.
Mm-hmm.
Just to save people. And you guys are like nearly halfway there to getting to level 3 as well.
Only took someone dying and then not quite dying.
I mean, we need a name for this session, don't we?
Okay. What are we thinking?
As you can see, I am not dead.
There's definitely nothing strange going on here.
I was actually going to suggest the dice give it, the dice take it away.
The details of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, that one, absolutely.
Okay, so there was the details of my death was greatly exaggerated.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully that won't tip people off who are watching it. That's what's going on. God, did we all have fun
Yeah.
this session?
I mean, it's
Oh, yes.
fun's an interesting way to phrase what happened.
Does this also mean I am not making that rest in peace sign for...
No, but there might have to be
No.
some modification.
I mean, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Can I have a death tally on my character?
Yes.
No, you get, unless you're resurrected, you get 1. Everybody gets 1.
give it. I want a death tally. It's like already dead.
I will.
Oh, wait, can that be the episode title? Everybody gets 1.
Yeah.
No. Everyone gets 1.
Looking forward to my death.
Oh, your death's gonna be interesting.
Well,
I have something planned for that.
tell you what. Instead
No,
of
I don't like that. Right.
so notes on Captain. Mouths over body. That she is it she or she he they
She. Cap's the she.
she mouths over body that she tries to keep disguised.
Okay, should we probably try to wrap up for now?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll try and wrap up then. So yeah, I hope everyone watching enjoyed. And everyone watching on the VOD as well.
Enjoyment in a loose.
I mean, it's always interesting to see people in agony.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
You were so adamant about your death as well. It was like, well, you know, what's rolled is rolled.
I mean, I didn't expect it to literally outright kill me. This was nothing I entertained in my mind. it only hit me when Steph said, "Oh, you take this and that's my damage." And I was like, "Fuck! It's not just a failed death save." It just did not occur to me that I could outright die.
It never usually does.
No.
Except when there's a crit.
See, listen, I didn't think, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it can't be that bad." Surprise.
I mean, an
It's the
alternative
worst.
name for the session could have been, how many 20s were there?
Oh my god, there was like fucking 5. I mean, I opened the
Fine.
'session with a nat 20.
It's fine. It's only the second session and somebody
Yeah.
died. It's
Yeah, you know, it could have been the first session. That would have been bad. Yeah. So we'll wrap up now. So thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you back here next week for more of this.
madness.
Oh god, that's an understatement. Jesus.
Understatement of the decade.
Fucking
Oh
god.
yeah. God. Well, yeah. We'll see everyone real soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.